my father, and these great tears grace his remembrance more than those I shed for him. What was he like? I forgot him. My imagination carries no favor in it but Bertram's. I am undone. There's no living, none if Bertram be away. 'Twere all one that I should love a bright and particular star and think to wed it. He is so above me. In his bright radiance and collateral light must I be comforted, not in his great sphere. The ambition in my love thus plagues itself. The hind that would be mated by the lion must die for love. 'Twas pretty though, play, to see him every hour, to sit and draw his arched brow, his hawking eye, his curls, in our heart's table, heart too capable of every line and trick of his sweet favor. But now he's gone, and my idolatrous fancy must sanctify his relics. Who comes here? One that goes with him. I love him for his sake, yet I know him to be a notorious liar, thinking a great great fool, solely a coward. Yet these fixed evils sit so fit in him, that they take place when virtue's steely bones look bleak-eyed the cold wind. Too oft we see cold wisdom waiting on superfluous folly.
Save you, fair queen.
And you, monarch.
No.
And no.
Are you meditating on virginity?
I. You have some stain of soldier in you. Let me ask you a question. Man is enemy to virginity. How may we barricado it against him?
Keep him out.
But he assails, and our virginity, though valiant in its defense, yet is weak. Unfold to us some warlike resistance.
There's none. Man sitting down before you will undermine you and blow you up.
Bless our poor virginity from underminers and blowers up. Is there no military policy how virgins might blow up men?
Virginity being blown down, man will quicklier be blown up. Marry. In blowing them down again with the breach yourselves made, you lose your city. It is not politic in the commonwealth of nature to preserve virginity. Loss of virginity is rational increase, and there was never virgin got till virginity was first lost. That you are made of is metal to make virgins. Virginity, by being once lost, may be 10 times found, and by being ever kept, it is ever lost. 'Tis too cold a companion, away with it.
I will stand for it a little, though therefore I die a virgin.
There's little that can be said in it. 'Tis against the rule of nature. To speak on the part of virginity is to accuse your mothers, which is most infallible disobedience. He that hangs himself is a virgin. Virginity murders itself and should be buried in highways out of all sanctified limit, as a desperate offendress against nature. Virginity breeds mites. Much like a cheese. Consumes itself to the very paring, and so dies feeding his own stomach. Besides, virginity is peevish, proud, idle, made of self-love, which is the most inhibited sin in the canon. Keep it not. You cannot choose but lose by it. Out with it. Within 10 years, it will make itself 10, which is a goodly increase, and the principle itself not much the worse. Away with it.
And how might one do, sir, to lose it to her own liking?
Let me see. Marry, ill to like him that never it likes. 'Tis a commodity we'll lose with the gloss of wine. The longer kept, the less worth. Out with it. While 'tis vendible, answer the time of request. Virginity, like an old courtier, wears her cap out of fashion. Richly suited, but unsuitable. And much like the brooch and the toothpick, which wear not now. Your date is better in your pie and your porridge than in your cheek. And your virginity, your old virginity, is much like one of our French withered pears. It looks ill. It eats dryly. Mary, 'tis a withered pear, it was formerly better. Mary, yet 'tis a withered pear, will you anything with it?
Not my virginity yet. There shall your master have 1,000 loves, a mother, a mistress, a friend, a phoenix, captain and enemy, a guide, a goddess, a sovereign, a counselor, a traitress, a dear, his humble ambition, his proud humility, his jarring concord, his discord dulcet, his faith, his sweet disaster, with a world of pretty fond adoptious Christendoms, that blinking Cupid gossips. Now shall he, I know not what he shall, God sent him well, the court's a learning place and he is one.
What one, I faith?
That I wish well, 'tis pity.
What's pity?
That wishing well had not a body in it which might be felt, whose we the poor are born, whose baser stars do shut us up in wishes, might with effects of them follow our friends, and show what we alone must think, which never return us thanks.
Monsieur Paroles, my lord calls for you.
Little Helen, farewell. If I can remember thee, I will think of thee at court.
Monsieur Paroles, you were born under a most charitable star.
Under Mars, I?
I especially think under Mars.
Why under Mars?
The wars had so kept you under that you must needs be born under Mars.
When he was predominant.
When he was retrograde, I think rather.
Why think you so?
You go so much backward when you fight.
Ah, that's for advantage.
So is running away when fear proposes the safety. The composition that your fear and valor makes in you is virtue of a good wing, and I like the wear well.
I am so full of business, I cannot answer thee acutely. I will return, perfect courtier, in the which my instruction shall serve to naturalize thee, so thou will be made capable of a courtier's counsel, and understand what advice shall thrust upon me. Else thou diest in thine unthankfulness, and thine ignorance makes thee away. Farewell. When thou hast leisure, say thy prayers. When thou hast none, remember thy friends. Get thee a good husband, and use him as he uses thee. So, farewell.
Our remedies often ourselves do lie, which we ascribe to heaven. The fated sky gives us free scope, only doth backward pull our slow designs when we ourselves are dull. What power is it which mounts my love so high, that makes me see but cannot feed mine eye? The mighty space in fortune nature brings, to join like likes and kiss like native things. Impossible be strange attempts to those that weigh their pains in sense and do suppose that hath been cannot be. Whoever strove so show her merit that did miss her love, the king's disease. My project may deceive me, but my intents are fixed and will not leave me.